modern dance class for beginners in the university. So people are pretty usually ready to dance, not to write. Flash mob is a group of people who usually organize on the internet and decide where to go in public and surprise whoever is at that location with some sort of choreography or set theater.
And a flash mob is a type of dance where you dance in public. It's normally choreographed. You have a set of moves that you're going to do, and it's a group of people just going into a public space where people don't normally dance, and they start dancing, and it throws people off guard, and there's usually music or singing or howling like monkeys. Something happens, and then it disrupts the common flow of just social life, and then all of a sudden it stops, and the flash is over, and we go our own ways.
Okay.
Flash mob was supposed to be, we were going to start spontaneously dancing in a random area, and for us we decided to choose a bus just because we thought that would be really interesting, hasn't been done before.
A flash mob is generally an organized dance that people do out in public with the public not expecting the dance to happen.
Okay, a flash mob is when a group of people decide to go to some public place, and out of a sudden they become very organized and they start doing something together, often dancing together. Right, there would be a music present too to give them some rhythm, but I don't think it's really necessary for that.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. We practiced it in dance class, so obviously we were ready to dance, and it was like, oh, this is what we do every day. And then we got to the bus stop, and it was very different, because there are people just sitting on the bus going to class, and all of a sudden we're howling like monkeys, and we're jumping around, and the bus driver's not liking it at all, and it was pretty sweet. Yeah. So it was quite the contrast.
Well, before the dance I was super nervous. I was thinking, I do not want to do this. People are going to think we're crazy, but when I was waiting at the bus stop for the bus to come, I was actually really excited. I was like, oh, so many people are going to see us, and they're going to be really confused, and it's going to be great. And then while we were doing the dance, it was just so funny to look at the people to the side of us sitting in the seats who had no idea what was going on, and people were on the phone going, something really weird is happening, hold on a second, they're making noise, and that was a lot of fun. The part that freaked me out was when the bus driver opened the door and told us to leave. I thought we were in trouble for a second, but I think everyone was pretty good-natured about it, so afterwards we all kind of patted ourselves on the back, we were proud.
At first I was a little bit skeptical about doing a flash mob on a bus. And, Hallie said that she didn't think it would disturb the bus driver too much, but I was a little bit afraid of getting into a bus crash, which would not have been good. But we practiced the dance in class, and after we started practicing it, we practiced in the hallway, so we'd all be lined up like we would be on the bus. And I became a little bit more at ease with the idea of doing it on the bus because it didn't seem like we'd be making too, we wouldn't be too distracting, even though we would definitely be distracting. In general, I was pretty happy getting onto the bus. I was kind of excited. I was more excited than when I was walking to the bus. I was kind of like, oh my god, what am I doing? But once I got there, I was pretty happy.
Okay.
Alright, I think on the bus the flash mob I was a bit nervous, but I was also very, very excited. I think more excited than nervous. I thought it was a very fun thing to do because I've never done anything like this. And I think it's just an experience that you have to do once in your life. So I liked it very much. Even though we got a bit yelled at by the bus driver, that I think it's more like a funny thing to do as a kid, and I still feel a bit like a kid, so that's fun. Makes me feel young.
It was really great to watch. I actually caught the eye of a guy who knew nothing about what was going on, and I don't think he caught on that I was part of it. And he looked at me and he just was like, It was really funny. The bus driver didn't know what to do. She was kind of shaken. She told us to half-heartedly get off the bus, and then didn't do anything else about it. But I could see people. It was a double bus. It was twice as long as the normal bus. I could see people all the way down to just totally shocked. Like, what do I do? But also laughing because these people were acting like monkeys in the bus. Why is the bus a good choice? Because it's contained. It has a contained audience that can't run away from you. It's surprising, yet it's also public. And something about the space in the bus, you can tell if the energy is positive or negative as an audience member. And it's really clear that this group the flash mobs are usually very positive, although surprising.
Now approaching green and right.
Sorry.
What's up, John? You want to stop by? Yeah. How about, let's see, what time is it right now? Yeah, let's,
I thought the dance was really cool. It was very simple. It started out really soft and like we barely made any noise and we just moved our legs. And by the end it just kept building and building and we're hollering and jumping back and forth and people are scared and entertained. So
Okay.
it was pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, so we started off and we all faced the back of the bus. So people were like, what are these people doing? But we're just standing there. And so it's this huge line of probably like 40 people or so facing the back of the bus. And then
We did a domino effect, kind of like putting our foot in a pirouette, right? And like this. And then we would kick when we saw the person in front of us kick.
And then after everybody on the bus had kicked, we all spun around, turned around, and started swaying back and forth and making monkey noises. And in the end, it was chaotic and everybody was just moving back and forth as quickly as they could, screaming.
And later we were also jumping from one handle to the other, a bit like monkeys, and we made also the monkey sounds. So we kind of made our own music, you know.
I don't know if I'd change anything. I think the dance was good. I think it'd be cool to do it again.
I would have to say flash mobs are awesome, so if you have a chance to try it, go for it.
Thing basically. This flash mob was my first flash mob experience. And it pretty much introduced me to the whole idea of flash mob. Yeah.
Just that this group is really creative and inspired and inspiring. You know, every once in a while you get a really special ensemble that you get to teach, and this was one of them. So thank you all.
Was it just for the video or is that for real?
No, seriously. I say that all the time, don't I?
To every group?
No, to your group.
Nah,
Every
just
week.
kidding.
Well, bow to yourselves. Thanks for video documentation.
There's a girl in a room, and she's growing old too soon. There's a voice in her head, but the words are left unsaid. Getting